Hi, loves. Forgive the car noise behind me. I wanted to share a little bit about the journey that happened today. I'm in the midst of my Spirit of Stones remote journey. I've actually been holding these circles for 10 years, but as many of us are moving to more virtual work, I actually started this months ago, but we worked with Turquoise today, and something that I love about these experiences is that there's always crossover. There's always something that's shared between at least two people. On the journey today, I'd have to look back on my notes, but definitely many of us, not only the way the guided meditation unfolded, which I realized afterwards, I feel like I was channeling the essence of Turquoise herself, but that many of us had shared experiences, and there was a very strong connection with star beings and the cosmos and the star tribes. And I actually met my star family I'll just tell you about my journey. In these courses we take a brief silent meditation, which I explain as a shamanic journey, primarily because we're tapping into consciousness. And they're different for everyone, but what's common is that people have what I would refer to as it's similar to a dream. So we're taken on a journey. And for me, I immediately was up in the cosmic realm, looking down on North America, most of which the earth was black, except for particular states were essentially turquoise in color. And there was a turquoise grid, and there's definitely grids. There's many energy fields around and within the earth, but this was a grid, not a tourist field, but it was a grid over the earth that was also turquoise. And I was sitting up there with my star tribe, and they were the most beautiful, luminous, large beings. I've been a channel for 30 years. My information shifts based on who I'm working with. So I have different languages that come through. Sometimes it's singing or toning. It changes all the time. And at times I get translations about what's being transmitted. I have a sense of what's happening. But I've been asking to know. It never mattered for me until recently, and I feel like in order for people to understand all the ways that my work can benefit them, it's important for me to have more of an understanding of where I brought this information from. This isn't something that I've studied. Virtually most of my work that I do is intuitive. It's mastery that I have from another place. And anyway, I was with my star family, and it just immediately brought up a lot of grief for me because I was homesick. I wanted to go home. And it was really interesting because I've always felt such a strong connection with Gaia and the earth, and I still feel that, but I'm very protective of her. But just this longing of not wanting to be here, wanting to be home. And they reminded me that I know this, that I agreed to be here at this time because my work is needed, particularly all of it, but my vibrational remedies are very unique in the way that I craft them and work with them, and they're really needed right now. They're tremendous for emotional support. They're tremendous. People have described their experiences as imprints on their soul. They are transformational, and I've been working on how I get the word out about my work and my medicine because I know that it's needed right now. So it's one reason why I wanted to share this with you. So, with these amazing luminous star beings, my star tribe and family, and just what I asked them was to help me clear the density, right? We're comprised of energy. We're dense and subtle energy. Everything is energy. But the density that we have can be essentially like blocks. And so I asked to have some of that density removed so that I can receive the information that I need for how to move forward and how to assist primarily humanity in this transformational time that we're in. And they also gave me the reminder that I am safe, that I will be where I need to be placed, and that's something that I'm in the midst of and asking for. And there's more that came through it, but what was so incredible is that many of us had connections with the cosmos and the grid systems, and also other information that I received about turquoise as far as sacred adornment and the grandmothers. The grandmothers actually came in to hold space while this essence was in process. And I'm not going to share about others' experiences. If they want to chime in on this, I welcome that, but I want to respect their privacy and the container that's created between us. It's been a group of us that have continued to journey together for the last 2 to 3 months, and holding a safe space and safe container is really important to me. But I wanted to just share a little bit that, doing these journeys and working with these remedies gives us specific support and information, not only for our soul knowledge, but for where we're at in the moment in life. They support us in the moment. I create custom blends for people. I have close to 200 remedies. I work in ceremony. I work with permission. I give them offerings. I explain it as a co-creation process. It's always been vital for me for their medicine to come through and be the primary, but I recognize that I have an imprint on this medicine, which is why I will only touch it or work with it if I'm in the right mental and emotional space. So sometimes orders can take an extra day or two because I have to honor not only my process, that I need to be present with that, but that I don't want that imprint going into the medicine that I'm sending off to people. I use stones in every part of my process. That's true for my personal life and my professional life. I do stone medicine work. All of this is available remotely. It's actually, in many ways, easier to do when someone's not present physically. Like, the work can happen a lot faster. So just know that that is an option. I actually have a special for April that I'm giving 20% off remote sessions. But mostly I want to talk to you about the vibrational remedies, which also can come into those sessions. But I have my remote course for May, that's Spirit of Wildflowers, and we'll be working with the 4 that came up were Buttercup, Fairy Slipper, Deptford Pink, and Grass Widow. And you can look at some of my other posts if you want to know what those look like and know a little bit more about them. But there's a link in my profile if you'd like to join us. We'll start the first week of May, and you get all 4 of the remedies, and we meet once a week by Zoom. And these have just been really nurturing and healing and supportive and insightful journeys that we've been taking together. So I'd really love for you to come and join us and be a part of this. I know that we really need this kind of work right now. And I'm so grateful for the women that have been a part of it. Most of them are, I always refer to people as my client friends because they almost always become friends of mine. My work is very much a personal reflection of who I am. And I don't usually refer to them as products or a line, or it just feels offensive to me. They are consciousness, they are beings, and they're really incredible supportive medicine right now. So I'd love for you to come and experience this. So again, it's Spirit of Wildflowers. Registration ends April 24th. Reach out if you have any questions, but I'd love to connect with you in this way. So I trust you're well. I send you a lot of love and support for this time. Okay. Blessings.